As an example of programming your graphing calculator, we will code the algorithm for a quadratic formula. First, you have to create the program by naming it. So have your calculator on, go to Program, move to New, and hit Enter. Notice how the alpha lock has already been on. I'm going to name it Quad. The letters of the alphabet are kind of in green, and they are alphabetical. So Q, U, let me find the U, A, D, and I hit Enter. Notice how now it has a name, it's been saved on my computer, and the colon indicates that I'm ready for my first line of coding. You'll find all of these codes over here. You'll find the control or the input and output in the program button again. CTL is for control commands. The if, the then, the else, and others are in there. IO are for the input commands. Input, display, prompt that you see over here, you'll find in there. For example, I just picked the one I want and hit Enter, and it will show up on the screen. Suppose now I want to get some alphabets, some letters of the alphabet. I have to hit alpha. So alpha A, then I can do an x squared plus alpha B, and so on, and I'll get those letters of the alphabet to show up. If I want to get this stow key, that's right here. All I have to do is hit that, and the arrow comes up. To get the equal signs and the less than or greater than signs, those are in the test key. See how it's in blue? Second math gives me my test ones. Pick the one you want, and you have it. The other things you might want to find are a space down here at the 0 or the quote marks over here at the plus sign. So if I go alpha quote, which is alpha plus, and then I can type in some letters. Whoops, let's go with letters. Alpha quote, alpha A. If I want the space, alpha 0 gives me a space. Then I can do alpha B and get another letter of the alphabet. Then I can finish it like that. Once I get the program done, I'm going to switch to one that's done. Once I get the program done, I may want to test it, and then if I have to fix it, I'll have to go to Edit. So Program, hit Enter because it tells me Quad is done. I'm going to test it out first with 1x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals 0. So my A will be a 1, my B is a 4 for 4x, and my C is a 4 for the 4. My answers are -2 and -2. It happens to be a double root. I'm going to test it again with x squared plus 4. So my A is a 1, my B is a 0, and my C is the 4. Those are imaginary roots. The third test I'm going to run is going to be for an x squared plus 3.5x plus 1.5. So 1x squared, 3.5 for B, and C is 1.5. I have two different roots, one at -0.5 and one at -3. If you had to edit the program because there's a mistake, go to Program, move over to Edit, hit Enter, and what you've typed in will show up. Try not to get rid of things unless you really mean to. Second quit gets you out of that program. Later, when you learn about imaginary numbers, you may want to edit the program so it displays the actual imaginary answers also. Have some fun with this.